Hey everyone, it's Pixelade here and welcome back to the channel. So I'm doing things a little bit different today. I'm actually not here by myself. I'm here with the help of a very, very close friend. Some of you may know her, some of you may not. And if you don't, I will have a link to her channel pinned in the comment section below. Make sure you guys go subscribe. Her name is Rachel and her channel is called Fantayzia. So welcome, it's good to have you here. We're gonna be doing a little bit of speculation and discussion together.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I'm so happy that you're here, and you know, we talk all the time off camera and I just was really excited. I wanted to do a video with you, and I know that you haven't talked about any of this discussion stuff yet. I haven't talked about it yet, so I really wanted to include you in this, and I feel like it would just be really fun for everyone watching, you know, that we would just talk about it and discuss our thoughts and opinions together. So figured that's what we would do.
Yeah, there's been so much stuff going on and I haven't talked about any of it.
So I've gathered a lot of stuff, guys. Like, I think I have like between 20 to 30, no, I would say about 23 tweets that I've gathered and about 10 comments from the video that I put up now yesterday. And those are gonna feature your thoughts and opinions on what you think this expansion pack is going to be about. So this video is going to be a speculation video. I wanna put that out there right now. That's the disclaimer. Nothing is confirmed by the gurus. Well, I guess some stuff could be confirmed or not confirmed, but a lot of what we're talking about today is going to be speculation. So please keep that in the back of your mind. So to start, we're starting with a tweet from Dr. Ashley. Apparently, it's in speculation that cars could either be coming with this expansion or maybe possibly in the future down the line. And there's a lot of little hints and little things that could potentially be pointing towards that. So yesterday on Twitter at 5:10 p.m., Dr. Ashley posted a comment that was left on her YouTube channel. The birthplace of the first Ford car from Henry Ford, was called Bagley Avenue. Coincidence? And she replies, dude, no way. So now we know from what the Sims team was teasing earlier and from what other Simmers that received their postcards were talking about, apparently the new world is called Henford on Bagley or something along those lines. And I just think that this is too much of a coincidence. Like, this is just too close. Like, what do you think about this?
I agree. And they make it sound like cars aren't coming with this, but I wonder if they're coming soon.
Yeah, like even if they don't come with this pack, they could still be hinting at them coming with a future pack, because they have told us this several times in the past that when they create packs, they overlap and they take a very long time to work on said packs. And there's actually a little bit of speculation about that in this video too that we will get to later down the line. It's obvious that it takes them a while to make a pack, and I'm sure that it could take them over a year to make an expansion. So let's say in theory, they're working on something cars related that's supposed to come out either at the end of the year or next year. I'm just saying that in theory, they could be working on it now, so they could hint it now, you know?
Yeah, I think they would start hinting things now. I feel like they always hint things pretty early on.
Yeah, didn't they hint like the season stuff way before Seasons was even like announced and released? And I'm pretty sure they were even hinting like cats and dogs a while before too.
Yeah, they were. And I feel like we got a lot of hints for Seasons, even ones that a lot of people didn't notice until quite some time after.
All right, so up next, SimGuru Frost actually commented on Dr. Ashley's tweet, that is a pretty hilarious coincidence, but sorry, not this time. So he basically shuts down the rumors, but it doesn't end here, okay? So he says that, but then the official Sims Twitter then responds to Frost, no, let me explain at SimGuru Frost, it's logical. So kind of saying like, okay, you shut it down, it's not coming with this pack, but wait, there's more. Like maybe we're hinting at it, maybe we're working on it for something in the future. So that could be a possibility as well. Stefo Sims then replies, so what is the truth? And of course, the Sims leaves one last reply, not this time. So not this time? So maybe not with this pack, but maybe in a potential future pack? Like, what are your thoughts on this? Is this just like, this is too much?
I think that means they're coming. Like, I think they would just straight up say no, but they're specifically saying not this time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, when they hint, they're very subtle with it and they always deny it. But I feel like they're literally screaming at us, yes, it's coming, just not right now.
I have to agree.
All right, so up next, a Twitter user by the name Tina Marie actually screenshotted a Sims Online article. Now, apparently there was a survey in 2015 talking about cars and a potential on-the-road pack. Now, I'm gonna read this for you here, and then we're gonna get a little bit into this and what this could potentially mean if we do get cars sometime in the future. So in this survey, it says, jump behind the wheel and travel the country with your Sims. Choose from a wide variety of vehicles, including cars, trucks, and even motorcycles. Make a living fixing up old cars or building the perfect hot rod. Jump on your ride and explore the world by visiting a number of unique tourist destinations. So I want to bring that into the discussion. We'll get to that in a second, but remember that part there, tourist destinations. So the bullet points, new vehicles. Your Sims can now choose from a variety of vehicles to own and drive, including cars, trucks, and even motorcycles. Build a garage. Build a brand new garage where you can work on your vehicles and display them for all to see. Become a mechanic. Fix up, customize, and build new cars with the new mechanic active career. And lastly, visit tourist destinations. Take your ride on the road to visit tourist destinations like the Grand Sims Canyon, the world's largest ball of twine, and the secret mystery spot. Okay, before we go any further, I want to say this. A lot of people say there's no point in having cars in The Sims 4 because there's no open world. Personally, I disagree with that argument, and I throw that argument out every single time I hear it because we had cars in The Sims 2 and they worked very well. You don't need open world for cars. You can have mechanics, you can have car dealerships, you can have fixer-upper cars like we had in The Sims 2. There's so many possibilities with them, and yes, they could pull off the driveway and disappear, but still, that gives us some sort of gameplay, you know?
Yeah, I completely am on the same page with you with that. There's so much to cars for me. Even in The Sims 2, I loved them so much.
Yeah, seriously, I kind of liked cars more in The Sims 2 than I did in The Sims 3. Like, yes, they disappeared, like, as they drove off, like, the parking space, but there was so much more you could do with them. Like, we had the fixer-uppers in The Sims 3, yes, but the fixer-uppers in The Sims 2 were way more detailed. But I'm not gonna get too far into that because this is about The Sims 4. So I'm gonna leave that for another video if I decide to do that another time. But we're gonna get into the next part, which is the visit tourist destinations part of this survey. So Isaac, a Twitter user, posts, and they said tourist video in the postcard. Okay, I may be reaching a tiny bit. No, I don't think you're reaching at all because in the postcard they said that a tourist video was how they're either going to announce or reveal this or whatever, you know, it could be something completely different from the trailer. So I just think that it's funny how visit tourist destination is a part of how they would plan to introduce cars into the game if they were to ever do so. I just think that's funny. So I don't know. It could have a connection with this pack. It could not. I just thought that I would throw that in. What do you think?
I think it does kind of line up in a weird way. I don't think it's reaching either.
And Iron Seagull actually responds to Dr. Ashley as well. Nah, farming and cars at the same time, they're not that nice to us. And that's definitely a good point. I don't think we would ever get both at the same time. It's definitely going to be one or the other. And honestly, I'm leaning more towards farming. And I'm going to get into why I think so within the next couple of tweets. So I was deciding whether I wanted to talk about this or not because I know that like a minute or two ago in the video, Frost basically shut down, you know, the whole idea and concept of cars coming with whatever this new expansion pack is. But I want to just go over this for you real quick because even though it's most likely not happening with this expansion pack, I just find this so funny how it just fits so well with this pack.
Yeah, it really, it's too much of a coincidence. I don't think it's just a coincidence. I feel like something is going on that, you know, they're not saying and they don't want to mention just yet.
Exactly. It says here, revised and expanded. If you're a fan of automotive history, you've probably seen the above photo countless times. It's the famous coal shed behind Henry and Clara Ford's house at 58 Bagley Avenue, where Henry built his first automobile. Like fixer-upper cars in the game, Bagley, it fits into the, it's like, that's too much of a coincidence. Like, why would they shoot that down? I don't know.
There's no way. There's no way.
What if they're just saying that, but then they're gonna surprise us? But would you get your hopes up that much? Like, do you have that much faith in the Sims team that they're just purposely shutting us down now to surprise us later? Or do you think if they're shutting us down, they're shutting us down for real? I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm scared to get my hopes up because I've been disappointed too many times.
I know, this thing is we're just at this point now where it's just best to keep your hopes low because if you have your hopes low, you can't be disappointed, right? You can only be pleasantly surprised. surprised.
Exactly.
Okay, last thing I'm gonna talk about the whole Bagley Ford thing. Nat brings up another good point with the postcard on the back and how it says 58 Bagley Avenue, birthplace of Ford car. So I wanted to show that to you here, which I thought was really funny. So now moving on to the next thing. Simguru Doi actually made a bunch of tweets. I don't know what this means. Everyone's saying that this is cryptic, and I'm so happy that I have Rachel here to help me decipher this and break this down. And I mentioned this in a previous video. I talked about how, like, you know how like when Taylor Swift drops music, she drops clues and it takes like this huge army of Swifties to like decode and like decipher everything. Like that's how we need to be right now with this. Like we're going to seriously have to decode whatever this could potentially mean. So he tweets, "Hey everyone, nothing fairly overt, right? Don't overexcite now. Behold a graceful lightness encircling you." What do you think that means? Do you see any clues in here?
I don't know. I can't even lie. I don't know why this came to my head. I think it's just because it says fairly. I literally
Fairy, you were thinking fairies too?
Oh my god.
I'm so happy I wasn't the only one thinking that. I saw a bunch of people talking about that, and when I read it for the first time, because this was one tweet that I did read because I saved it to my bookmarks earlier today. When I read that, I was like, fairly. Fairy.
Oh my god, I thought I was crazy.
Wait, no, because of the TV show, remember the Fairly Odd Parents? Weren't they fairies?
Yeah.
Wait a minute!
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm convinced. I think it could be fairies or something like that.
Wait, and then like graceful lightness.
Whoa. Okay.
This is weird.
You're on to something. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next one. So now there's more tweets and they all go together and they were all tweeted back to back, I'm pretty sure. So they continue. "Just a Monday morning acrostic poem I wrote before my coffee." Okay, there has to be a reason you wrote this acrostic poem, Mr. Simguru Doi. There's gotta be some sort of reason because there is a reason behind you guys doing this stuff. We know it's cryptic, we know you guys do it. This wasn't random, okay? I'm gonna keep going. "Hold everything. Ned fell over right down into Nettle Bog and gosh, lost every yam. Somebody stop me. Hunks emerge naturally from oversized ripe durians on nearby boulders, all glistening like emerald yeomen." Okay. What are you making from this? Because
What? Okay, wait, I'm so confused.
you can read it again if you want to, because I don't know what this means either.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, this is so weird. What is nettle bog?
I don't
Oh my god.
I'm about to go, "Hey Siri, what is nettle bog?"
No, seriously, I don't know what that is.
False nettle is a perennial plant that is native to Canada and North America. It looks like stinging nettles, but lacks in irrigating hairs on its opposite leaves. It refers to the light shade and moist, rich, loamy soil. Fairies?
Oh my god.
Doesn't that sound like fairies to you?
Yeah.
I can just picture it in my mind, really like, just like moss.
Oh my god, wait. That's like the one occult that I'm actually wanting.
Wait a minute, yeah. I don't know, guys.
I don't know.
This sounds fairly fairy to me.
Just the certain words. And then boulders glistening.
That's, yeah, definitely like, yeah, when I read glistening, this definitely means something to me. All right. So then Sims community says it as well, calling all Swifties to decipher this because let's be honest, we know this means something.
It does. It has to.
Simguru Frost then replies with the gif of the math equations. So it's like, this is definitely some teasing. Like this is some serious teasing going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I want to talk about something else. Do you guys remember this picture that Simguru George shared last summer? So I was just talking earlier in the beginning of the video how they probably work on packs over a long period of time. They could be working on what's coming this summer. They could have been working on that last summer. So remember this tweet, right? This piggy? Simguru George retweeted it yesterday.
Yeah, what was up with that? That has to mean something.
That has to mean something. He tweeted this last summer, but he retweeted it yesterday. day. You can't tell me that doesn't mean anything. Come on.
I think it has to. If anything, I hope it just means that we're getting pigs.
Like, I definitely feel like that has something to do with it. And like, a lot of people don't think it's farming. I saw the comments, a lot of people don't think it's farming, but he retweeted a pig. That's gotta mean something, you know?
It has to.
Iron Seagull even pointed it out that, you know, this picture is old and that it was retweeted. So I guess we'll just have to see what comes of this. Another thing I want to talk about, and I'm pretty sure I saw this in the comments of my videos as well. Sprout Lee tweets, well, apparently November 4th, 2019 is National Chicken Lady Day. Seems like farming is coming to me. Can't be coincidence. Now I saved both of these pictures. All right, so we're gonna read the first one. The first one is the postcard. Dearest friend, we are so pleased you're joining us in Henford on Bagley. I'm sure you will enjoy the quaint countryside life. There's the first hint to me right there, quaint countryside. I get farming vibes. Do come visit us at our garden stall when you arrive. A crumple bottom. P.S. I heard the mayor talking about a worldwide tourism video for Henford on Bagley premiering June 10th, 8 a.m. Pacific on the YouTube channel. Now, look at this little detail on the right-hand side under the postal stamp. There's a date and it has November 4th. 2019. When you Google that date, it is National Chicken Lady. So we saw the pig that Sim Guru George retweeted. And now we have a date that correlates to National Chicken Lady Day. So we have chickens and pigs, quaint countryside, sparkling, glistening. What is that telling you, Rachel? That's telling me farming.
Same here, that tells me that as well. But it's just confusing because some things make you think fairies and then other things make you think farming.
That's what I'm thinking too. And I definitely don't think that the Sims team would give us both fairies and farming in the same pack. And with the way that expansion packs have been going, in my opinion, to me, they've been feeling very lackluster. They've just been feeling like they lack the depth that they need. I definitely don't see them doing it. If this was a Sims 3 expansion pack, oh, I could definitely see them doing that, you know, giving us more things, but just not making them as deep, because they did that with the Sims 3 Supernatural. We got a bunch of Supernaturals, but they weren't really too advanced. Whereas in the Sims 4, we got a whole game pack about vampires and they were really fleshed out and really good, and they did a really good job with that. So if they, you know, combine the two, I just don't see them doing that at all, honestly.
See that either. And I think if they do that, everything's gonna feel just lackluster. Everything's gonna become boring pretty quickly.
Exactly.
Do you feel like they would give us all the farm animals in one pack? Because I'm doubtful of that.
I'm very doubtful of that. You know, okay, this is what I think they're gonna do. The Sims 4 Fun with Chickens kit.
Oh no!
The Sims 4 Get Muddy with the Pigs kit because they play in the mud.
Oh.
They're going to separate them into kits.
I would cry. Oh my goodness, that would be the worst possible thing.
And probably if we ever got automobiles, what they would probably do is they would probably do Sims 4 Fun on Bikes kit.
Oh my goodness.
Get Vroom Vroom kit with the cars, and then they would have Get Vroom Vroom Deluxe if you want your trucks and SUVs. Like, let me stop.
Oh my god, I could see it.
I'm just being funny and being super sarcastic, but you guys get my point. I think that they would divide stuff up because they've been doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been dividing the occults up, haven't they, throughout game packs?
Yeah, and honestly, I would have preferred to see a whole supernatural pack, although sometimes the occult packs have more details. I just feel like it would have been better all together in one.
I really thought Supernatural in The Sims 3 was good because, like, even though they were all together, it's like it was a Sims 3 expansion pack, so they didn't like really cut corners. Like, there was a lot for all of them, and like I don't remember like back in the day if you did a Supernatural Let's Play or if you watched Supernatural Let's Plays, but I was super into Queen's Supernatural LP. Like, that's what got me into it. Like, if you remember watching hers, there was so much to do. Like, every part of her Let's Play, there was so much going on.
There was a lot to do, and I had a lot of fun with that pack, and I'm not even a supernatural type of person.
Me either. That's what I'm saying, is it kind of got me into it. Like, it really like introduced me to that realm of like The Sims.
What I would love to see is like a whole, if they were to do fairies, I would love to see a whole fairy pack with like this beautiful world with trolls and everything, not just fairies. Like, I think that would be cool, but I doubt that would happen.
Yeah, I doubt it would happen too. It would have to have the whole 9 yards, to be honest, but it probably won't have the whole 9 yards. But like me and you, we're kind of the same player. Like I've noticed we're both like family based, boyfriend, girlfriend, couples, getting married, having kids, growing families.
Yes.
Like we're family storytellers. That's how I like to play. And I know a lot of people play like that. And that's why we want Generations so bad, because the game definitely lacks the family gameplay, and I feel like Generations would really bring that.
I have to agree. I just feel like it would almost, well, it wouldn't make the game feel complete, but because of the way that we play, I feel like it would kind of complete it in a way. Even though there's a whole bunch of other things missing, it would just kind of give us that family gameplay that we need, where we'd be able to probably play for longer periods of time.
You guys already know that we could ramble on forever. We're not going to do that. I'm going to move on to the next segment. This probably won't be too long because a lot of the top comments in my video from yesterday, we probably already gone over in this video, but I grabbed the 10 top comments that YouTube selected as the top comments to read and discuss here with you guys and of course with Rachel. So we're gonna start at number 10. There's a family called Bagley in The Sims 3 re-review. I'm kind of hoping they make a comeback. See, I didn't know that.
Ooh, I saw that. I saw something about that on Twitter.
That's really interesting. And like, I don't really pay attention to like families and townies and stuff, so I would have never known that, but that is really cool that that was brought up and that was recognized. I think that that could have some sort of correlation, and if they have some sort of storyline in The Sims 3 Riverview, that could carry over and translate into The Sims 4. Who knows?
Their house also was named something to do with farming, like the house name.
Are you
I don't remember
serious?
what it was.
You saw that too?
I should try to find that.
Oh my God, that could definitely be another hint at farming, just to add on to everything that we've discussed today.
Yeah.
All right, number 9, this all screams stereotypically English. I'm hoping that this new world is actually English and not just what Americans think England is like. I'm not getting my hopes up considering that Brightchester was quite American, even though it's supposedly inspired by England.
Yeah, I worry about that too.
So excited. I think back in an old survey, there was an option for the Scottish Highlands if my memory serves me right. See, that could also tie into that as well. It does sound like it could be an English country cottage, which I love. I am English. It does take me back to the National Trust houses. I hope it is farming and I can finally do a Jane Austen inspired game. Hefford Bagley is a very country village name. Reminds me a bit of a village called Luckick, which is run by the National Trust. All for the Crumple Bottoms returning. I have missed them. So we're getting a cottage core themed expansion. So it could be a farming based expansion, right? But then we start to think, so what's the aesthetic and the style of build by going to be? Because with every expansion pack, there's always a specific, style with the stuff. And I think that build by could potentially be this cottagecore theme.
Ooh, I would love that. I honestly hope for that.
Me too. And maybe like build stuff too to enhance that.
Yeah, I think that would be gorgeous.
If it is farming, I hope it has quite a few 60 by 60 lots. I can't imagine a farming pack without sprawling lands for many crops and hopefully farm animals. Yes, and if we do get tractors, we need a lot of land. Like I remember in The Sims 3, like with Appaloosa Plains, there were those huge lots, and it would be fun to actually be able to like have a barn in the back and have like a huge garden and a farm, and you could put animals and stuff. You need a lot of land to be able to do that. You can't have a farm on a 20 by 30 lot.
Yeah, that world from The Sims 3 was so good. And honestly, I hope if we get this whole country themed world that it's actually a big world. Because if it's small, I don't know. I don't know how that would work with a farming type thing.
Exactly. I really hope it's something like Windenburg, because that world has the most European vibe to it, and it's the most detailed and large world in The Sims, to be honest. And yeah, it's been a while since we've gotten big worlds and worlds as detailed as Windenburg, and a lot of people have been like, I want a world like that back, and I think that we could potentially be getting something similar to it or just as big as it when we get this new world. But I think that Windenburg is definitely like more European based, whereas like this new new world could potentially just be like fully centered in England, like just England specifically, you know?
Yeah, it seems like they're gonna be really different, at least hopefully.
All right, so we are down to the top 4. So the name of the town reminds me of some locations in the UK. In the last Pokemon game, there was a town called Stow-on-Side, and these games are based in the UK and Scotland. One thing I noticed about a lot of these places is that they seem really small, like population of only 680 people small. So maybe there's like a cottagecore theme with farming or a focus on gardening, since a lot of these towns in real life have various produce stalls and shops in them. So everyone's just making these, like, I guess you could say generalizations based off of like what we know and the hints and, you know, the pictures that we saw and all that stuff. And it really seems like we're really kind of predicting and like figuring out what this is gonna be based on what we know so far. And all the stuff really does make sense though. It really is not a reach.
Yeah, and they made a pretty good point. Maybe it is gonna be smaller.
Yeah, so it couldn't, like, it's possible it might not be the next Windenburg, guys. It could be really small too. Also think that there is an upside to a smaller world with an expansion pack is more time, money, and resources will go into other things like gameplay and build buy and all that stuff. So we could potentially have more in that department, but who knows with EA.
True, it could end up working out really well, or it could be really bad.
If it's a farming pack, then I assume there will be a weekly farmer's market like the flea market for city living. Oh, I think that would be really cute.
I think that would be cute too.
All right, down to the last 2. This is an England-inspired world. That makes sense with the rumors about new cottage items. And lastly, number 1, I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm not getting my hopes up. I am not getting my hopes up. I'm not. I feel like we're all on this page. Yeah, that's all of us. We're all on this page right now.
Yeah, I want horses. Sorry, just threw that in there.
I know, I was talking about that in my video earlier today. I think they could throw in horses, but I feel like I feel like they would have teased it a little more if they were, but who knows?
Yeah, I have to agree.
So that's gonna conclude things for this video, guys. I mean, we've pretty much said our piece, and I know you guys probably have your thoughts and your opinions. Please share everything down in the comment section below. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm so happy and I'm so grateful to have Rachel here on this video. I know, like, we both have anxiety, and, you know, I don't do collabs much, and I know she doesn't do collabs very much. So I'm just like so happy and grateful to be able to do this with her. So, okay, I want you guys right now to just go send her a ton of love. Click on the link that's pinned in the comment. It's gonna go to her channel. Go subscribe, go like her videos, go watch her videos, and then just go leave a comment and say that I sent you there, and just watch her stuff too, because I wanna make sure that I'm transferring all the love and energy over to her channel, especially because she was okay enough to do this with me. So I'm just really happy and grateful.
I appreciate that, and I'm happy to be here. And I apologize if I'm anxious at all, but it was a lot of fun.
I was anxious too. I don't do collabs like this very often, so don't worry, it wasn't just you, but I'm just happy that we could do this. So thank you for doing it.
Of course.
I love you guys so much. Thank you for clicking and watching. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that awesome stuff, and I'll see you all next time. So long and happy simming. Bye everyone.
Bye.